Problemas, los negocios personales, me da igual que hablen mal. quieres toparte conmigo, está bien. Quienes aman nosotros también. Siempre he sabido lo que quiero ser. Nadie me dice lo que debo hacer. Que chingue su madre el cabrón que se raje. Estamos listos para ganar lo perdido. Que chale. Soy locos caminando en la calle y no sales. Todos somos seres humanos, pero tú y yo no somos igual. No quiero amigos temporales. Lo que yo quiero es más instrumentales. Fumar costales y costales de buena grifa con todos mis carnales. Soy locos caminando en la calle y no sales. Todos somos seres humanos, pero tú y yo no somos iguales. No quiero amigos temporales. Lo que yo quiero es más instrumentales. Fumar costales y costales de buena grifa con todos mis carnales. Todos somos seres humanos, pero tú y yo no somos iguales. Todos somos seres humanos, pero tú y yo no somos iguales. Me manda el cabrón que le cale, quiere que le cale, joder es mi cal. Nosotros no somos normales, mis vales son leales, enfermos mentales. Vienen los municipales, chingando su madre clave los metales. Camino con redes OG criminales, los puedes llamar ilegales. Eso para mí es normal, yo sé bien cuál es cargo metal. Dicen que soy ilegal por estar fumando vegetal. Vengo en busca de problemas, pues negocios personal. Me da igual que hablen mal, eso para mí es normal. Yo sé bien cuál es cargo metal. Dicen que soy ilegal por estar fumando vegetal. Vengo en busca de problemas, pues negocios personal. Daimon produce, aquí andamos bien firmes, es Arsenal Pro, loco. Los problemas en la mente, mi barrio está caliente, no falta el billete ni las balas en el cohete. El acceso presente, son tres hasta la muerte, la chota no se mete porque somos mucha gente. Ten cuidado si caminas por mi lado, si el barrio no te conoce, con la 12 te tumban como un venado. Ellos me han traicionado, pero me la han pelado, carnales de corazón, estos que siguen a mi lado. Bien loco por mis locos, loco es lo que más me late. No tengo enemigos, bueno al menos importantes, como dicen mis carnales, vato, vámonos por partes. Un día tuviste tu chance, se te fue y ya no la armas. Yo desde primero, siempre fui cholero, pandillero, reña y muerte con el cohete y el hilero. Se mueren las enemigas, van cayendo los carnales, homies que se adelantaron, otros viven en penales. Pero yo sigo bien cholero con mi tropa loca. Vamos para tu barrio, vato, trucha con la troca. El arsenal te están buscando por abrir la boca. Cuando estés en el suelo te diré esto fue el corazón. Tengo dinero pero sin chingo de cobra, loco, pocha, prende y rola y no dejamos ni la chola. Todos andan triste, hidro en las narices. Esta vida lo baja y baja, no es tan fácil como dice. La chota nos persigue al que le tiembla, que se abrigue una enemiga, cae al suelo, Traquín es el que sigue. Es la ley del barrio, si nos chingan, los chingamos en caliente y hasta ahorita no nos quitan de donde estamos. Todos estos locos que miras están bien firmes, no estamos mal del coco, la neta ni de arriba es porque acá en mi lado no son bienvenidos. Las balas, la vida llega a su fin con una sola pinche bala. Levanta la mano, vato, si eres marihuana. Levantarle el dedo al enemigo y a los marranos. Levanta la mano, vato, si eres marihuano. Levanta el dedo al enemigo y a los marranos. Pero yo sigo bien cholero con mi tropa loca. Vamos para de guanatos, estrictamente para la calle, para la calle, Watch out. Produce, aquí estamos bien firmes, es Arsenal Pro, loco.
Jehová, tu Dios, te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial.
Jehová tu Dios te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial. Un pueblo. No está hablando de los chinos, no está hablando de los árabes, no está hablando de los japoneses, de nosotros. Nosotros somos la gente más odiada en este mundo, más odiada. Y toda la gente de Dios.
Órale, uno.
Rolling hard, wherever I be rolling hard. Trials and tribulations in my life got me rolling hard. Woke up, Lord bless me with another day. Eat shit, showered, and be on my way. Jumped in the two-door, Monte Carlo, solo, with a fofo, on my way to get the dough, yo. If you don't work, then you don't eat. Don't be scared to walk through life when you got feet. You gotta run a race, it's a track meet. Can't trust nobody on the street, so you pack heat. Just got a phone call, my homie I grew up with dead. And last night my other partner had his dough kicked in by Fed. Crooked capo to your hood and up your steps. Searching till they find your stash box where the gun is kept. I ain't never slept, some dream a fairy tale crime. The judge ain't giving no breaks, he giving jail time. I'ma put my trust and faith in the Lord. Never scarred on the boulevard, always rolling hard. I'm rolling hard, rolling hard. Rolling hard. Wherever I be rolling hard. Trials and tribulations in my life got me rolling hard, got me rolling hard, rolling hard, got me rolling hard, got me rolling hard. I believe in this truth, I'll never stop. Gun to my head, knife to my throat, I'll never stop. Ain't eat or drink nothing, I'll never drop. Rapping words over beats like this, I'll never flop. Pick up your cross, follow your house shot. Living righteous now, that old wicked man had to die. I testify the white man, the devil, he a lie. He the judge, sitting in court to make your mama cry. Christianity had me traumatized. I'll never water down the truth, I can't compromise. I love the Most High more than my own children. My sons and daughters, they hate me, just imagine the feeling. Pain hurts so deep, cut like a machete. Prepare your soul for temptation, you better get ready. I'ma put my trust and faith in the Lord. Never scored on the boulevard, always rolling hard. I'm rolling hard, rolling hard. Rolling hard. Wherever I be rolling hard. Trials and tribulations in my life got me rolling hard, got me rolling hard, rolling hard, got me rolling hard, got me rolling hard. If it ain't one thing, it's 5 or 6. That president gon' cause a race war through politics. The way they treat my Mexican brothers on the border. Isaiah 14 and 21 prepare slaughter. Babylon falling, everything gon' flip. Every day of my life I pray for rulership. I'ma put my trust and faith in the Lord. Never scarred on the boulevard, always rolling hard. I'm rolling hard, rolling hard. Rolling hard. Wherever I be rolling
maldito sea todos estos perros gringos, todos, y que las maldiciones de Dios lleguen hacia ellos.
Cuando me activo saco el cuerno de chivo. Todo lo que digo yo lo he vivido, haciendo oraciones entre mis suspiros. Muerte por un gringo es negativo y sigo. Estamos en guerra con estos gabachos, hijos de perra, y espera. Ellos son de Inglaterra, en barcos llegaron a nuestra tierra, se aferran que somos ilegales, que toda nuestra raza son criminales. Corrales es donde nos encierran, sin causa, motivo, nos encierran. Quisieran acabar con nuestra gente, pero aquí estamos hasta el presente, y muerte es lo que está presente. Unida nuestra gente, la raza está más fuerte. La escuela israelita, donde no corremos con edomitas. Todo de la Biblia ellos predican, y a toda nuestra gente se le avisa.
Ha llegado lo que esperan, guerra mundial tercera, que todos los gringos se caigan y mueran. Cobro condenas y ya sacarlo ordena, con líricas mortales prosigue el asalto. No somos cobardes ni menos cristianos, crúcense la línea y en corto los castro. Malditos gaballos cazan nuestros pasos. Así es, raza, si no los conoce les presento a Satanás, porque todos los putos son de la Ku Klux Klan. Así es, mi gente, póngase trucha, no me ande ellos iconeando quiénes somos nosotros para andar hincando a toda la bola de pendejos.
Y espera, siempre nos espera. Estoy buscando.
Todos tenemos algo especial, Max. Algo que ya estamos destinados a hacer. Algo para lo que ya nacimos. ¿Ves lo hermoso que nos parece desde aquí? Pues ahora ve lo hermosos que nos vemos desde allá. Ahora te pertenece. Para que no olvides nunca de dónde vienes.
Padre nuestro que estás en los cielos, ten piedad de mí entre todos los gueros. Aquí ando, conectando con mi cuerno de chivo, siempre ando controlando y buscando otra manera. Pero esta vida es bien culera y guerra siempre nos espera con estos gabachos, hijos de perra, y espera. Robaron esta tierra y muerte nos dieron de mil maneras. Quisiera que nuestra gente entendiera, el jale anda recio por toda la frontera y te entierran como un animal, y muerte tenemos en forma brutal, ilegal. Así nos consideran, que todo gabacho se caiga y muera.
Hey, Salaki, you on mute, sir?
Salaki, can you hear me now?
Kara Wakan.
Órale, hey, what's going down, carnales?
What other one? Hey, Shalom, Yabashin Shabbat Thumb.
Hey, Shabbat.
Salaki, I'm in.
Carnales, órale.
Hey,
I'm with
shalom,
Officer,
canales.
I'm with Officer
Hey,
5000 The Rock from Detroit.
órale, órale. Hey, shalom. Ya me está.
Oh, that's Malakma from Cali.
It's a lot. Give me 1 second. Let me fix this background, man. God damn.
Okay. I was gonna hold it.
A little more presentable. All right. Órale, what's going down, y'all? This is another, episode of La Pura Neta. Of course, we're back at it, man, for a long time. We haven't done this in a while. This is, we having the show on a Monday night. Of course, Salakia started a little, always start late, man. You know how Raza be, man. Sometimes we start when we start. Of course, man, I want to shout out my canal, mighty priest and officer, the camp leader, Mexico, priest and officer, Yashikar Banyashikar. That was his music that you just heard right now, man. The Vato gets down, man. The Vato got skills, man. That's all I could say. I mean, coming with it, man. You know? And we're gonna give that a hand. Of course, I got with me mighty priest and officer Barak Ya Allah. Give this canal a hand. And of course, right? That we go live and make it a special this week because of course we got our big event happening this Saturday, April 20th, the Lord's 55th annual Passover in North Carolina. Let me share the new location because of course our enemigas, right, trying to be haters and trying to shut down our Passover. That's one thing that baffles me, man. Like y'all so petty, y'all really want to try and shut down our event, man. Y'all want to shut down our Passover. We let y'all rock out and have your fake events and your whatever it is y'all got going on, and y'all gotta cancel ours. That's amazing to me, man. The fact that people will go to such an extent, that ain't no thing though. Lord gonna deal with y'all. You know what I mean? Lord gonna deal with y'all for the way y'all treat y'all try to do us. But this right here, this is the 55th annual Passover, Saturday, April 20th at sundown. The true Passover, regardless of what people want to claim. You know what I mean? Location is 219 Free Gospel Road, Snow Hill Drive in North Carolina. Of course, pay your Passover fee, Raza. You know what I mean? That money goes to a good cause, man. You know what I mean? That money helps raise your nation up. That money helps, helps our gente out. You know what I mean? We only asking for $200, man. And y'all got it. Y'all spend that on other things. So don't act like, oh, that's too much money, man. Y'all be spending that money elsewhere. But of course, right back to the top, man. It's just thought to go live tonight. Of course, I got my canales right here. Y'all brothers want to chime in?
Karawakan, listen. The 55th annual Passover, hosted by the ISUP Candle Command and General Yohana, is the only official Passover, is the only
That's right.
Passover of the Lord. Nowhere else.
Damn right, carnal.
Man, Salak, if I could, carnal,
Go ahead, carnal.
it's heavy what you've been saying, carnal. Our oppressors, carnal, they've always been trying to stop everything that we do that's biblical. They've
Right,
always been
right,
against us, carnal. They've always thrown everything they could at us to stop Israel. You know what I'm saying, carnal? Like these vatos, carnal, you think about it, they don't even celebrate Passover how it's supposed to. These religions,
right,
carnal, they celebrate the death of Yahushua, of Christ. They
right,
celebrate the death. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that, carnal. Like, these people, they be celebrating some pagan ritualistic shit, carnal. It's crazy. Like they don't know
right,
what the Passover really means, carnal. And for those that don't know, we celebrate the Passover. That's when the angel of death passed over our house and he can kill the firstborn of all our enemies. So for y'all that
right,
don't know, us Israelites, we celebrate the death of our enemies. There's nothing weak about following the Bible. The Lord is a man of war. and we celebrate the death of our enemies. That's what we do. That's what the Passover is about. It got nothing to
Salakia,
do with
Adawan.
no goddamn. So like, it got nothing to do with no goddamn rabbits laying eggs. We all know that
Right.
shit don't even exist. They're running around, canal, in the parks with a whole bunch of eggs with a bunny and all that, canal. You know what I'm saying? From what I know, that celebration, it's a, is it, what is it? It's a pagan holiday. What is that? Ishtar, the god of fertility and sex. That's why they be
Right.
putting a rabbit. That's why you know a rabbit, the Playboy bunny, an animal of reproduction. So that's that one scripture that goes putting your kids through the fire. You know what I'm saying? Cause now
Right. Right.
that's what all these religions given to us by our oppressors, by our murderers, by our rapists, by the people that stole everything from us, carnal, even our identity, and we're barely getting it back. You know that's what they taught us to do, carnal. Everything about this people that they've taught to us was meant to go against our God, because they know when we're against our God, the only real God, the Lord Yahweh. Once they know that we do everything against Him, then the Lord is not with us. That's it, carnal. Salaki. Go ahead, Brock Yalla. Salaki, carnal.
Okay, throughout it, sir. I was just gonna say, just like you said, you understand, when we basically remember when the angel of death passed over us and spared us from from murdering us like he murdered the Egyptians. The fake Israelites, they celebrate the Passover because the moon passed over the sun. That's it. They celebrate the eclipse. That's it. Salakia.
Right, carnal. That's them purple lights. IUIC, you know? They be
The
celebrating the
lavender
moon.
land.
They say they got a transformer base up in the moon or something, carnal, didn't they? You remember that shit, carnal? They be talking about that. There's something on the other side of the moon where the transformers are at or something.
Right.
These purple lights, carnal, I'm telling you. What does that mean, IUIC?
Salakia.
That shit, United in Cops. You heard that? You seen that shit, carnal? These fools are united in cops, carnal.
Gotta give that the little punt. What is that little
Dang, carnal. You got the drum and everything.
God?
Orale.
Yeah, 'cause that's how much of a joke they are, man. You know what I mean?
Right.
But yeah, carnal. That's right. I just want to play this video real quick, right, to show you what the Lord thinks of your Easter, man. It's a video, it's a little 3 minute video, but I want to show this real quick and get you canals reaction. Of course, this is a freestyle. I titled it, Monday Night Special, Passover, La Pascua, So whatever you canals want to talk about, we could talk about. I did want to touch into the Iran conflict. I wanted to touch a little bit on lefty gunplay, and just to show, the teaching part of that, right? How that's the spirit behind it. But of course, let's get started with this one real quick. I want to share this video and see what you can think about it. Orale, we got my canal right here. Let me add them real quick. Orale, we got IR man, my canal, mighty priest and officer IR man. Hey, good to see you, canal.
Salam Yahaba Shima Shabrakata. Do
Hey,
you hear me,
yo,
everyone?
canal. Yeah, I
Hey,
can hear you,
Shalom.
canal. Orale, man.
Carnal.
It's like
Shalom,
old times, man.
Shalom, all praise.
Orale, I'm gonna play this video real quick, IR.
Kamar Khan.
You guys get yourself up on. They're everywhere. They're on the other side too, you guys. What's that there?
Of course, as you can see, they're doing their little Easter egg hunt. So of course, they're celebrating Easter just in such time.
I'm gonna give a clue. There's some on the other side. Look at cards and stuff. Good day, Andre. Jada.
She said.
That one's hard. Good job, Mama. Oh.
Jada, come on, hurry up. Over here. Jada.
Oh. She found Mom mine.
Of course, it looked like just a regular, another Easter celebration. It looked like they having a good time. All little kids getting their Easter eggs, getting the candy and the toys with that. We think nothing of this, man. I think it's just another regular, Easter Sunday. This, of course, is from a few years back, but I think it's relevant because it's heavy what they caught on camera, as we're about to see.
Is that an earthquake? You guys, it's an earthquake.
Oh my gosh, look at your car. Look.
Holy Jesus.
Oh my gosh.
Veronica! Get out! No!
Get down!
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh, get down!
Out of nowhere, just an earthquake hit.
Oh my god, that is crazy.
It's still going, it's still going.
Get down, dummy!
Where did I go down wrong? Oh my god, it's still going.
You see how frightened they got. Little dog running.
The floor is still moving.
You see how they're all startled and frightened,
Are you guys okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just really scared right now. I'm fine.
You too.
Yeah!
Oh my god.
I felt it. I was like, you guys, is that an earthquake?
I started going on my high heels. I was like, oh, hell no. It's scary. No, it's still shaking. It's still shaking. I know. Yeah.
So, of course, they were having their Easter celebration, and out of nowhere, bam, the Lord just done let it be known He's not with that holiday.
Right.
He done frightened all of them, with that earthquake. Of course, this is a few years back. I believe that earthquake struck in El Centro, the Mexicali area. Some people lost their lives, man. There's multiple videos of this event, man. But it just comes to show you, right? I'm gonna pull a scripture real quick. Y'all out there celebrating. Y'all celebrated. What was it? 2 weeks ago or a week ago? Y'all was out there celebrating Easter Sunday, right? Y'all thinking that has something to do with Christ, something to do with God. But the reality is that has nothing to do with God, nothing to do with Christ. What do Easter eggs and rabbits have to do with Christ? That's my question to Raza out there, to anybody listening. I mean, I welcome people to go ahead, Ak.
So I didn't want to cut you off.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Even to show that really they don't even know what they're celebrating. They say Christ rose 3 days after he passed.
Right.
And they celebrated Easter on the Sunday. That's not 3 days from Friday.
Right.
They either they don't know how to count, or they don't know that what they're celebrating has nothing to do with the Bible nor Christ. If you say Christ celebrated Easter, how could Christ celebrate his own resurrection if he's not dead yet?
Right.
How is Christ celebrating his own resurrection?
Right.
Like, that's a crazy thing with the Christians. They don't know what they're talking about, and they make it seem like, yes, it's in the Bible. Yes,
Right.
This is Easter, or Christmas is the celebration of the birthday of Christ.
Good night.
Show me when the birthday of Christ was recorded in the Bible, and it says 25th of December. Show me where Christ celebrated his own resurrection, him coming back from the dead.
Right, carnal. That's heavy you say that, carnal, because look, this is what the Bible says, right? This is Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell in your solemn assemblies. God hates Easter. Right? I don't heard a lot of Christians say, right, carnal, is that Christ, like it's about Christ, this and that. When you look up the meaning of the word Easter, right, as they used it in the Bible, it really is referring to the Passover. So if y'all really out there celebrating for Christ, why are y'all not keeping the Passover? In Spanish, right? What do we call Easter Sunday? We call it La Pascua. right? Pascua is Passover. We about to celebrate a real Passover this Saturday. That's what Christ celebrated it. But y'all out here, like following, the ways of the world. Y'all following, and I understand, right? This is what's been beaten down into us, right? This is what our oppressor tells us to do, and we have been made so afraid of our oppressor that this is how we stay in order. We stay, doing, keep staying, so making sure not to make him angry.
Right,
Right.
carnal. If I could, carnal.
Go ahead, Kana.
It's like you carnal, yeah, but it's like you said, carnal. It was beaten into us. These religions, carnal, Christianity, Catholicism, all of that. It's a virus, carnal. It's a sickness. See, there's a scripture where it says, "My people, they have the seal, but they don't know what it is, according to knowledge." So, like, I'm paraphrasing that. I don't know if one of y'all brothers can pull that out, but
Which one you need, Kana?
it says my people have a seal to serve the Lord, but not according to knowledge.
Órale.
Something like that, and I'm not sure which one it is. I'll wait up, just paraphrasing it for now, but yeah, Kanan, that's what it is, Kanan. The Christianity, Kanan, it's like a cancer. It's a virus. It's a bacteria. And it was made to destroy us. And it keeps us destroyed by doing what our oppressors do. Everything about our oppressors, Kanan, our people love. If our oppressors have abortion, our people want to have abortions. If
Right.
our oppressors are gay, our people, I don't know, we can say the word gay, but if our people want to be maricones, if they want to be maricones, our people want to do that too, Kanan. Not too long
Right.
ago, I heard they already have the LGBTQ, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever they want to call it, Kanan, marches in Mexico, Kanan. In
Good night,
Mexico.
Kana.
Back in the days, they would have gotten lynched, Kanan. Mexicans lynching Mexicans for being a part of that culture. Our ancestors,
Right,
our
Kanan.
ancestors were not having that, Kanan. Charlie
Right.
Holmes, that wasn't going down.
Right.
And now it's everything that our killers, our murderers, our rapists, everything that they do, our people want to do it too.
Right,
And
Kana.
that still goes back to Christianity. It's a sickness, Kanan. Our people are sick. It's a sickness in the head to want to be like your murderer, like your rapist.
Right.
It's a sickness, and it's contagious, Kanan. It goes on like a goddamn virus. And shit, that's how it goes. So like you can go.
Nah, no sweat, Kana. That's heavy what you drop, Kana. Like, that's exactly what it is, right? The Christianity is a disease on our people. It's a plague on our people, man. It destroys us, and we as a people, like, because that we've been made used to, been made so comfortable and been programmed to not, never question our oppressor. This is why we suffer what we suffer, man. This is why, like, this is why we get so much resistance and fight, what is the pushback from our people, because they're scared, right? For all the years of generational trauma and everything, we're scared to stand up to this oppressor. We're scared to come back to our culture. The Passover is really a day for us, man. When I mean a day for us, like, that's our culture. That's a day for us to celebrate, our, for lack of a better term, our liberation from slavery under the Egyptians, right? And the Lord showing us that He's with us and not with them, and we can't. This oppressor will do everything he can to make sure that we don't celebrate this day. We don't enjoy this day. We gonna enjoy it anyways, and we're gonna celebrate it. But they try everything to try and demonize us and to get us to not embrace in our culture and our cultura.
Right.
That's right.
So like, that's heavy what you said, that our people are scared, Kanan. That fear, Kanan, has been passed on through generation, Kanan, since we've got conquered, since the conquistadores, since the goddamn Spaniards, since all of this slavery began, Kanan. They gave us this religions through death, Kanan, by the sword. And sometimes even if our people would convert to whatever, to Catholicism or Christianity, they would still burn them at the stake. So that
Right.
fear, carnal, that our people have when you start telling them the truth, when you start breaking it down, you know that shit goes down from way back from our ancestors, from slavery, carnal, because
Right,
they would
carnal.
fear for their lives. Because it's either, hey, you become a Christian, or I'm gonna rape your daughter and I'm gonna kill her. That's the way
Right.
they would do it. Or I'm gonna rape and kill you, or I'm gonna burn you, I'm gonna skin you alive, I'm gonna castrate you. All that shit, carnal, them cynical ways of them, how they put us to death, carnal. That's that
Right, carnal.
trauma, carnal, that's been passed on through generation and generation, carnal. So it's heavy what you say, that our people are scared. When you tell them about the Bible, how it really is, they get scared, carnal. They think God is all about love. That's what our oppressors taught us. Love, love, love. Forgive and forget. The Lord
Right.
forgave me for raping your daughter. Why can't you forgive
Good night.
me?
Good
Or
night.
the Lord forgave me for me murdering your family. Why can't you forgive me? Forgive me. In the name of baby white Jesus and all the naked little pedophile angels floating around, why can't you forgive me? That's what they gave us, carnal. So when we
Right.
say God is a man of war, when he says, hey, you go against him, he's gonna kill you, Holmes. He's gonna curse you. You know, then they get scared. They want to keep doing what they're doing, and at the end of the day, ask for forgiveness. They want to say, no, well, you know, today I only raped two little kids, and I unalived, you know, an old woman. But I'm asking forgiveness before I go to sleep. Like these people cannot. They think they're actually safe, cannot. That the Lord's
Right.
are like, hey, well, don't worry. In the name of the blood of Jesus, you know what I'm saying, cannot.
Right.
Hey, the blood of Jesus, cannot. It's always the blood of Jesus. The blood
Right,
of
carnal.
Jesus covers that rape. Jesus Christ died on the cross so you can continue to rape every day. So you can continue to murder every day. That's why Christ died on the cross. That's the mentality of Christianity, cannot, and Catholicism. That's what they
That's
really
wild,
think.
carnal.
That's their excuse. Christianity and Catholicism is a goddamn excuse to never change. It's an
Right.
excuse to do whatever you want, and
Right.
then just ask for forgiveness at the end of the day. And so like you cannot.
Man, no
If I
fucking. Go
could
ahead, carnal.
too, just like Yashka was saying, man, we're afraid, man. We're afraid of trying to get another perspective of the Bible. Like, they're afraid when we tell them another perspective of the Bible, because they only got one understanding of the Bible, and that's what the Christian church teaches them. You know what I mean? So
Right.
they're afraid when a brother comes out and show them, no, man, we shouldn't be celebrating this rabbit laying eggs and this white Jesus. Like, they get scared when you come and tell them the truth of the what the Bible is actually saying and what it's not
Right,
saying.
carnal.
They get scared when you show them something different. And even if you show them and tell them the correct way of doing things, you know what I mean, the right the celebrations that we should be holding up, the high holy days, like, even if you show them that, and even if they go back and do their own research and find out that the stuff that the ISBK, the brothers in the ISBK have been telling them is true, they still afraid to go a different route. They're afraid to go against the grain, against their Christian church,
Right.
against their family, because they're afraid of going a different direction. They're afraid to actually following what the truth is saying, what the Bible's actually saying. You know what I mean? They're afraid to leave that church because they're afraid what their primo, their prima, their cousins is going to say about them. You know what I mean? They're afraid in so many different levels that even if you show them the truth, they still want to follow it. You know what I
Right,
mean? So,
carnal.
that's all I gotta say to that.
Like images, like I'm looking right now. I just typed in, Easter celebrations in Mexico, right? And this is what has become of us, right? How we suffer, and what this is what colonization looks like, right? And there's that white. What was that? A white Jesus? Trying to see if I can enlarge the image. But that's what our people. That's who our people see as God. You know, the, when was Easter Sunday? Was that last Sunday?
I don't even know.
Right, it was
So
a couple weeks
that was
ago.
the first week of April, I don't, if I'm not mistaken.
So 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay.
Okay, no sweat. Because I want to say this, man. You had this, right? You had the Easter celebration, and then the following month, last Monday, right? A week ago, you had the eclipse, and that's another thing, man. I had to make. I had, just touching back on things that happened. Share this post after. Something that what you kind of see, what you kind of let's think about this. But let me show something real quick, right? We're worried about a solar eclipse, and everything that the oppressor does, we worry about, man. We want to be like him, man. And we out here looking like this. Here we go. Let me share this one. I had to say this. I had to make this post, and I had to say this right. And I already got the scripture there because just last week, everyone was also about this. The whole thing, the whole talk was the solar eclipse and how we need to view it or not view it. How it's a omen, a sign of things to come. This is where Raza does not understand, right? I purposely made this post, right? And I put that caption on there. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, right? Because this is how Raza was acting. Let me go to that scene from Apocalypto, man. Even though that movie is highly inaccurate, that's how we look. All right, let me see right here. Of course, let me pause this real quick and give my disclaimer, right? A lot of this, Raza, I'm not agreeing with anything Mel Gibson said about indigenous people. I'm not agreeing with the lies that the Spaniards push about indigenous people. The only thing I'm going to highlight on this, right, is how people were dismayed when they saw the eclipse. Fast forwarded, right? Of course, the main character, right? They about to quote unquote sacrifice him. And here we go. Here's the scene with the eclipse. Everybody fearing the eclipse, right? Everyone's frightened, right, of the eclipse.
It was like that in Mexico too.
Imagine
When
that,
this,
carnal. I bet. Let me see if I can find footage. Right, I need footage of that, carnal.
because I guess Mexico got that 100% of
Right, the
the
full
eclipse.
eclipse. Let's see.
But can you imagine when somebody, especially at that time, was predicting these events and then it actually happened? Like it was the trip was in a whole other level. You know what I mean? Because the one thing about the tribe of Issachar that we had understanding of the times.
Right,
You know what I mean? So when we out there in top of these pyramids speaking to our people that, when this eclipse happened, this is gonna happen. You know what I mean? So the event was different back then. You know what I mean?
right,
Because
carnal.
the Issachar did have understanding of the times. You know what I mean? They knew Esau. They knew the devil was coming upon them. You know what I mean? And that's because they had the understanding of the times, according to the
That's
scripture.
crazy, carnal. I'm gonna say this: their ancestors, that's something you touched on, carnal. That I want to say this, right? That's the proof that we're the children of Israel. What did the Bible say? Deuteronomy 28:49, right? Let me see if I can go to it real quick. Or
Yeah,
you know
because
what?
there
I'm gonna come
wasn't
back
there
to
wasn't no other civilization that was doing that, at least that accurate. They said even today our calendars that we had was pretty accurate. You know what I mean? And they're blown away. Like how in the hell do these so-called savages, you know what I mean, uncivilized people were so intelligent? How were they
right,
able to pinpoint these planets, you know what I mean, and predict these eclipses? You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So
That says
that's
a lot,
because we
carnal.
are God's chosen people, man. We are the children. We are the Israelites of the Bible. The Mexican La Raza, we are the real Israelites according to the scriptures. You know what I mean? Even today, our characteristics, the way that we carry ourselves, the way how clean we are, even in these villages, man. I remember in Mexico, we had neighborhoods where there was tierra, you know what I mean? It was dirt. There's dirt, they're still sweeping. You know what I mean? There's dirt in their houses, with fucking lamina roofs and shit, you know.
Right,
But we still out there cleaning. We still a clean people. The
right, carnal.
household, even though they didn't have money, but you could see that the household was still rich. You know what I mean? The father was in the house, the mother was holding it down. You know what I mean? The kids were happy, the little that the dude got. You know what I mean? We just a different people compared to these heathens. Can you imagine un güero or so I don't know what or Esau, you know what I mean, was living on those conditions? They'll probably be unaliving themselves and unaliving the rest of the students. You know what I mean? If they're living like that, if they're doing that now, can you imagine under those conditions?
Right, carnal.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why we're a different people, man. What you're watching here on this little clip, man, and we were really predicting these eclipses. You know what I mean? Like we're God's chosen people. So I'm looking forward to
Damn
see
right, carnal.
like-minded individuals at this Passover, man. To me, my other Issacharites at this Passover that think
Damn
like
right,
me.
carnal.
You know what I mean? And do what I do out here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking forward to that.
Damn right,
And
carnal.
and since you're speaking about the eclipse, man, the eclipse just happened too. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Yeah, the con. That's why we're touching. We're looking back right at the things that happened recently, just because we haven't been able to go live on it. So I want to talk about Easter, of course. Want to talk about the eclipse. Um,
Iran, bombs,
yeah,
earthquakes.
we're gonna talk about that también, carnal. You know.
Right.
Man,
So now
Salakia, carnal, if I
go
could.
ahead, carnal.
It's heavy what Ayar is saying, carnal. How they would call us savages, but we were
Right,
very civilized. We had our own sewage system. We were making them plants growing plants, vegetation in the
Hydroponics.
middle of lakes. Yeah, that's what it's called. That they're barely doing now. We was doing that since back in the days, carnal. we did understood a lot of things that were going on. We knew how to read the stars, and all that. But the thing is, even though we were great people, the Lord wasn't with us.
Right.
That was our mistake. That's the only reason why we lost to these devils, carnal. Because there
Right.
was no way. There were millions of us against thousands, and they didn't kill us hand to hand, carnal. It was the diseases.
If I could.
It was the diseases that they brought, carnal. That was the
Right.
Lord
Canal.
right there that struck us down. Because these fools,
Right.
they were never man enough. They were never tough enough to take us one-on-one. They had muskets back then. They had to put powder in the little pellets and put it with the little sticks and all that. And we were over there with bow and arrows, just boom, 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 almost sounding like an automatic with bow and arrows. There was no way we would have lost that war. But the Lord wasn't with us. That's
Right.
that's
Canal.
what went down. So I can go ahead, Ayar.
No, yeah, Khan, you're absolutely right. And to kind of jump back to what you were saying, yeah, there's no way we could win with the Lord not on our side. You know what I mean? Just like Gashko was saying, Cortez and his men, there were only about estimated to 500 to 600 men, not even thousands.
Right.
500 to 600 devils.
Right.
And they fucking fucked shit up, you know what I mean?
Right.
Of course, they didn't literally kill us one by one. They still there's this tactic that's still using today called divide and conquer.
Right.
You know what I'm
Canal.
saying? So they're using that. They're still using these diseases. You know what I mean? They're still hitting us with that too. You know what I mean? But again, it would have been different if the Lord was with us. If the Lord was with us, man, can you imagine where we could be today if we were still keeping the laws of the Most High?
Right. If I could, right, I'm gonna touch in because that's something that you brothers brought out that is really heavy, right? That's the only reason why these gringos won, right? As they claim, so supposedly won, right? They because Officer Yashikar said, the Lord was not with us, right? And they were brought over as a punishment, right? Because we did things like this. We looked at the signs of heaven. We didn't want to embrace our, we don't want to embrace to our Israelite culture. We rather do everything but be an Israelite. Let me go to Deuteronomy 28 and 48. We didn't want to come together as brothers, man. We didn't have brotherhood and sisterhood. And the proof isn't in the fact that these tribes were pitted, turned against one another. We fought, amongst each other. And that's why the Spanish were able to succeed, because we weren't united as a people. We had so many different, different cultures, points of views. Everyone probably wanted to do their own thing, and we weren't united as a people. And this is what happened, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 49. Let me share the scripture real quick. Right? The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Right? And people are gonna get offended, IR, you know what I mean? They're gonna think I'm trying to trash indigenous culture. I'm not trashing anything, man. I'm just telling you the truth, man. The tribes were not united back then. And probably part of the reason why the tribes were not united is because each tribe had its own culture, had its own religion. Everyone wanted to go and do their own thing. Are you gonna tell me I'm lying? You gonna tell me that your indigenous nation has the same point of view as an indigenous tribe here in the United States? Y'all had the same religion. Y'all had the same cultural practices, the same cultural beliefs, the same creation stories. Right? A lot of y'all tell me that. A lot of y'all say y'all have your own stories, right? A lot of y'all confirm that y'all have your own creation stories. I had to cut a cat one time, because he tried to use that one on me. I told him, so because you have your own creation story and this tribe has a different one, which one is the right one? Right? Which one is the truth? Is yours the truth and theirs is fake? You know what I mean? You see the issue here? Y'all have so many different points of views. Y'all not united as a people. This probably led to conflict. You know what I mean?
Right.
How else were the Spaniards able to recruit the enemies of the Mexica? Because they had beef and probably conflicting views on things, you know?
Hmm.
But this is how you know the Bible's talking about us, right? And that we're the chosen people. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Now let's see Hollywood enact to show this curse. This is what should have been seen as the omen, IR. This is what they should have feared. See, they all looking at and seeing at this sign. The only wise brother out of this group, right? Of course, like I said, Apocalypse was not accurate, but this, this scene right here kind of, like, this is the only wise brother out of all of them. He knew they were bad news. This is the nation from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. Look at here they come with their crosses. Let me rewind that back real quick. Let me see. I wanted to pause it right there on the cross, right? Now let's go to Deuteronomy 28 and you know the one where it says, "Thou shalt serve other gods of wood and stone." That's the one I'm trying to find. Where's it at? Tell me the Bible's not talking about us, IR. You know what I mean?
Right.
Man, Salaka, carnal. And if I
Go ahead,
could,
Kanai. Go ahead, Kanai.
these devils, carnal, they knew exactly when to end the movie.
Right.
When the real shit was about to start. They knew
Right.
exactly when to stop it. Because, these people, they try to glorify themselves in every way that they can, carnal. They show all these scenes
Right.
that weren't even accurate. Because, I believe there was books written by priests that actually came with Cortez, where it says that, no, this vato was fucking lying. That
Right.
they wouldn't sacrifice people like that and this and that. There was a lot of things that
Right.
Cortez had to lie about to get the support from the Queen from Spain. He had to because this fool was money hungry, carnal. He was greedy. He wanted everything that that Issachar had built. He's never seen it like that. They were supposed to be the civilized place over there in Spain, but they weren't even half as civilized as we were, carnal. We had
Right,
people
Kanai.
actually taking out trash, cleaning the streets. We had lights on the streets and all that, carnal. That fool has never seen that. But that's how it is with our oppressors, carnal. That greed. He wanted all that gold.
Right.
So, and these oppressors, even till now, carnal, they'll still make a movie out of everything that was wrong about us to make our own people believe that, no, it had to happen. We had to be stopped. We
Right.
deserve death. We deserve to get murdered. We deserve to get conquered, raped. We deserved everything because look what they were
Kill the
doing.
Indian, save the man.
Why didn't they show the rest of it when
Right.
Cortez got there and started slaughtering? and started
Right.
raping and started doing all that shit that they did against us. Why? Because then
Right.
that would have made them look bad. Because it's
Right.
an injustice, carnal. We had ancestors, carnal, that preferred death rather than to turn into their religions. We had
Right.
ancestors with huevos, with honor, that they said, nah, just kill me. I ain't going to be one of y'all. I'm not going to follow this. I'm not going to follow that. And now our people, carnal, in these days, now they fight to keep what was forced upon us by our oppressors, by our murderers. They fight to keep it. They fight the man of the Lord who brings them the truth. They have
Right.
no
Carnal.
understanding of the Bible, carnal. For people that try to read the Bible, look, if you cannot connect the Bible with historic events, then you don't have understanding of the Bible. Because the Bible is a historical book. It's a book of war. It's a book of instruction. And it was only made for one people,
Right. Carnal.
which is God's chosen people. It's our book. It's our history. It's our culture. You can't be an Israelite by spirit. You can't be
Right.
an just because you say you're going to be an Israelite. Israelite is a bloodline.
Damn right.
It's a
Carnal.
bloodline. If you ain't one of us, then you shouldn't be with us. If you ain't one of us, you shouldn't pick that Bible up and teach. If you ain't with the UPK, you ain't even certified to teach. Because all you're
Right.
going to teach is the same shit that our conquerors taught us, which is murder
Right.
and rape. That's all that you're going to teach. And so like you're going to. Go ahead.
I know so, Carnal. That it's just heavy you say that, Carnal. Just wanted to touch back on that. You know, here's Deuteronomy 28:49, right? Or 28:64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people from one end of the earth even unto the other, and thou shalt serve other gods which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even of wood and stone. That's why we were celebrating Easter. That's why we fear an eclipse, you know? That's why we out there looking like this. Let me show another visual of what Officer Yashikar was talking about. Brothers were with it and didn't rather, they chose death than to serve, under these Spaniards.
En tanto que gobernador de esta isla, quiero agradeceros que hayáis venido a ver. Kunan Camaches de Gochamanta y os pagarás para que Aikichi Tuku de Gancunata. Tras mi primer viaje, hablé personalmente con sus majestades, quienes me instruyeron para que se os tratasen con respeto y cordialidad. Solicitamos que reconozcáis a la Iglesia y al Papa
See, they
como
went
legisladores del
as I
mundo.
just read the curse, right? God, the wood and stone.
Y a la vez que aceptéis al rey
We
y a
demand
la
that you
reina de
accept our
España
king
como
and our Queen of
legisladores de esta
Spain as
tierra.
the legislators of your land. Imagine that, man.
A cambio, recibiréis nuestro amor y nuestra caridad.
And again, another wise brother. I all knew they were up to no good. Native leader, if we don't want to,
Si no, os haremos esclavos.
if you don't,
Y
then we will
disfrutaremos de
make you
vosotros
our
voluntad.
slaves. Imagine that. Now
Nos
tell me
apropiaremos
which
de
other
vuestras
people this
posesiones
happened to.
y os causaremos tanto dolor.
Right.
Tell me this is not a curse in the Bible as I just read.
¿Qué queréis de nosotros? Impuestos.
I want you to pay us
Todo
taxes.
indio mayor de 14 años tendrá que llenar un cascabel. Tuku no ganchis. Shun katawai guatamanta pataman. Untachinanchis tian.
Okay, this is 10 minutes.
¿Qué ha
Just
dicho?
wanted to find that one scene.
Con oro. Toma. Oreban untachinanchis tanin. No es muy grande.
Shit, we still paying taxes out of one.
Till this day.
To this
Right?
day.
It hasn't changed. Well, what was today? Today was the last day to file
Today was
taxes,
the
right?
last
And
day.
if you
Guess
owe,
what?
you get jammed up.
I couldn't even do it.
Not could I,
Goddamn
you know?
devil, man. I gotta laugh to that.
Right. This is how they were treating them, right? This is bondage. This is straight slavery. Side note, right? When people try to clown the Edgar haircut, they say the
Right.
Edgar haircut is indigenous. I see why they say that.
Mm-hmm.
Capitán. ¿Qué es esto? Mana, entendí, Necho. ¿Tú crees que soy tonto? ¿Me quieres engañar o qué? Aquí no hay más que arena. No gaigo, mana, entendí, cucho. ¡Que me hables en cristiano, que no te entiendo! Eso es
You hear that?
Speak to me in Christian.
And but you know what that sounds a lot like today?
Speak English. Not.
Right. Speak English. Now you see where the spirit behind that comes from, Kanan.
Mm-hmm.
Just want to go to that gangster scene in this movie. Right? For time's sake, I'm going to fast forward it. Oh, here we go.
A ver, los evangelistas. Mateo.
This is the thing I was talking about.
Todos aquí, mujeres, niños, viejos. Todo el mundo tiene que ver esto. Comandante, esto volverá a los indios en nuestra contra durante generaciones.
¿Por qué no unís a los franciscanos y salváis sus almas?
Why don't you try to save their souls? If they even so, imagine that they said even if they have souls. Basically, they're trying to say we're animals. You know what I mean? That we have no souls.
Los evangelistas. Mateo, Marcos, Lucas, Juan. Padre, ¿podéis ayudarme? Creo que he olvidado los nombres.
The names of the evangelists.
A ver, ¿quién hará de Jesucristo?
And you gotta ask yourself why they did this, carnal. Why they try to push their religion on us? I know one of the things, right, is that that was to make us better slaves, but this devil, this crafty, right? The so-called white man is a crafty oppressor.
Right.
He's smart. He knows warfare. He knows psychological warfare. You know what I mean? What better way to make a chosen people never want to come back to their original culture than to attack them with their original culture? Why you think they use? Yeah. A lot of y'all out there probably is gonna go over your heads.
Right.
Think for a second. Why you think they use the Bible? You know what I'm saying, Kanat? What would you wouldn't think that they wouldn't use that Bible against us to make sure that we never go back to it? A lot of y'all love saying this, right? They did that. I would put my money that they did that back then because they knew today y'all would be like this. What y'all would be saying this. Where is it? Where's the sign? I can't find it. But I'm gonna say this, right? There's a lot of indigenous people, right? A lot of Raza, a lot of so-called Latinos, a lot of so-called blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans that hate the Bible, that hate God. You know what I mean? I don't want to say they hate God. They don't know who God is, right? Their image of God, what they understand of the Most High and God is the so-called white man. But that's the point. This oppressor I will put my money that this oppressor did that back then so that today we would be like that we would have a resistance to coming back to our culture, that today they would come and fight us and villainize us to make us seem so evil so that we always stay slaves and always stay with their foot on our necks. You know what I mean? Because this oppressor is crafty and he's arrogant. He thinks he can't be touched, man. He thinks he's never gonna fall, and that we will always be subservient to him. But it just makes you think.
Yeah, that'll be a good tactic. But even though a lot of us don't really resist it, they're afraid
Right,
of leaving that same religion.
right. We're so scared to hate this oppressor, carnal. We're so
Right,
scared to call him the devil. We're so
right,
scared to not want to look at their women and
right,
we're so scared to speak against a black and brown woman getting with a white man. You know what I mean?
right,
We get treated like that. Like that's so evil to say, right? And you got to ask yourself why. Because it's years and years of indoctrination. It's years and years of pushing fear. You know what I mean? Of
right,
terrorizing, of trauma, of things
right.
like this.
Yeah.
En el nombre de Cristo todavía puedes salvar tu alma. Aprender la diferencia entre el cielo y el infierno. Pedirle perdón al Señor. Yo te bautizaré y obtendrás la gloria y la paz eterna en el cielo. De lo contrario, sufrirás un tormento eterno en el
I
infierno.
like this scene right here.
¿Entendido bien?
¿Quichos cristianos se lo man?
¿Van los cristianos al cielo? Los buenos cristianos, sí.
He said that I'd much rather go to hell and kick the cross.
Right.
¡Silencio! Esto es lo que os ocurrirá si desafiáis a los cristianos.
See that this is the generational trauma. And they burned them at the stake, man. And that's got to be one of the most horrible ways to die, you know? Being burnt alive.
Technical 15, Chanta Pistailini, Abulki Chesta, Agudos Kardai Chesta, Technical 15, Chanta Pistailini Chesta, Agudos Kardai Chesta, Chanta Pistailini, Abulki Chesta, Agudos. ¿Qué dicen?
¡Oh, desprecio! ¡Desprecio a vuestro Dios! ¡Desprecio a vuestra codicia!
Now they're scared.
So even their pastors know they're doing wicked acts.
So like I cannot say again?
I said even their pastor, right? Know they're doing
Right.
wicked acts.
Right.
¿Qué están diciendo, padre? ¡Su nombre! ¡Que no pisemos nunca! ¡Será olvidado!
Imagine that, man. That's what they really did, man.
Mm-hmm.
But who's the they did that, IR?
Some archaeologists.
And ask yourself that. Who is the real savage? Who's the real animal? Who's the one that really has no soul? Only an
Right.
animal would think to do something like that in front of children, in front of women. You know what I'm saying, Kanan? Go ahead, Kanan.
No, absolutely. If I could, just recently, I think it was maybe about a week ago, maybe a week. Out here in Milwaukee, man, it's actually all over the news because it was so wicked. So there was this
Right.
there was an Esau, an Edomite, out here in Milwaukee that chopped up a sister's body, right, and spread her body parts all through Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And today, maybe an hour ago, 2 hours ago, it said that this devil had a bond of $5 million, and I think I could be wrong, but I think he already got bailed out. A $5 million bond, but for anybody to it was a 19-year-old Judite sister, a beautiful sister. I mean, this sister was gorgeous. And this devil, man, like, where in his mind, like, what up? These devils, man,
Right.
definitely something. No, there's another reason why we gotta separate ourselves from these devils, man. I
Go ahead, and
mean,
I just Salaki, go ahead and chime in. Just give me a second. Go ahead and break it down.
oh yeah, yeah. So in Milwaukee, man, they this Esau, man, this devil out here in Milwaukee, he went supposedly he went on a date with this Judite, a 19-year-old Judite, or she could have been a Benjamite, because one of her pictures she was wearing Benjamite clothing, and this devil ended up chopping her up, like literally arms, legs, head, body, and spread her body parts all through the north side of Milwaukee. And that's where I live. I live in the north side of Milwaukee. But it just comes to show you, man, we shouldn't be dating outside our race. We shouldn't be dealing with these devils like that. You know what I mean? We already a better people, so why we want to water down our seed and trying to get with these devils? You know what I mean? Like we have no business dealing with them like that. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to see this beautiful 19-year-old sister like, just having her bodies all chopped up like that by this devil. And then I think he got a there was a $5 million bond, and I think he got bailed out already.
Damn, carnal, and that's heavy, carnal. Because these devils, they help each other out, carnal. He had a five
Hmm.
million dollar bail, carnal. I'm pretty sure there's 5 million devils out there. They all busted out $1 to get him out. These
Right.
devils, they rejoice in our death, carnal. They rejoice in our death. And you know what, carnal? It's the parents most of the time that fail, carnal, because they fail to tell him who's the goddamn devil, who they should
Right.
marry and who they should not, who they should talk to and who they should stay the fuck away from, carnal.
Right.
And it's our elders that have failed us, carnal. They failed us.
Hmm.
Anybody that is not in the UPK shouldn't even be authorized to have children, carnal, on the reels, because they just give him a death sentence. Shoot, carnal, back in the days, I would remember even my mom's talking about marry a white woman. Like, fuck that. Why would I even want to marry a dog like that? But under their eyes, carnal, that's that sickness that was given to us by our oppressors. We look for salvation with our enemies, carnal. That's why they do it. Because they think we'll be saved. They think we'll live a better life. Go marry a white man. Go marry a white woman without knowing that
Right,
they're
carnal.
giving us a death sentence.
Right.
That young sister, carnal, she got fooled. She don't know those fools are snakes. She probably, how it is, carnal. Their words were smoother than butter. He
Right.
probably told her what
So
she wanted to hear. Go ahead,
Right.
carnal.
Salaki,
And
carnal,
maybe
what was
maybe
the
he
name
even
of that sister?
the name of the sister. I'm not 100% sure. I don't want, but
But
That's
but
heavy,
the
yeah.
name of
carnal.
the
That just
I,
goes to show that we can't trust these devils, carnal.
right.
That we should keep it brown, black, and Hispanic only.
right,
So like Hispanic, blacks, and natives only.
Right.
I
right,
mean,
right,
we all die the same. We all live the same. We all got lynched the same. There's nothing different
right,
about all of us, carnal. We the same people. So
right.
this what we should be with the people that
Constant.
have died like you, that lived like you, everything.
Right.
But go ahead, carnal.
No,
Salaki.
no. If I could too,
Salaki,
like.
carnales, if I could real quick, we're gonna have to be mindful with our language, man, and mindful what we share on the show because they already tried clipping the feeds right now.
Oh, okay. Come.
So just a heads up.
Right. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Con. No, and I think this devil, man. I think he's been doing this more than once, because
Right,
on the news report, I said a serial killer. I mean, you can't be a serial killer when you only got one body. You know what I mean? He's been doing this, and I'm pretty sure that he probably used a fake profile. You know what I mean?
Right.
He disguised himself, you know what I mean, lying, you know, being the devil that he is, you know. But this is also another reason why sisters need to slow down and really take their time when it comes to this type when it comes to dating. You know what I mean?
Right.
I think sisters
Right.
are so thirsty, just you know what I mean?
No, you got to. If I could, IR. One thing to remember is that from when they're young girls, right, growing up, they're shown that you got to get that prince. You know what I mean? That quote unquote Prince Charming. With all those Disney movies, what do they push? Pocahontas, Snow
Right.
White,
But
especially
this devil is
Pocahontas is disgusting.
hideous. This devil is hideous. He just looks like a
Right.
fucking slock. He looks like a caveman, literally. Like
Right.
when you see his picture, he looks like a monster.
Right. I think I know which one you're talking about. It's all over the internet.
Right.
You know what I mean? But back to this, right. We're gonna come back to that. I just want to touch on this before we switch to the next topic. This is what all that has done and made us do, Carnal.
Right.
Wow. I've never seen anything like this before. This is my first total eclipse. It is truly, truly stunning. It takes a lot to
That's
stun me, I'll be
Mazatlan.
honest.
Oh
And
yeah.
this is just remarkable, joined by thousands and thousands of Americans.
Okay, so these are Americans, right?
Pacific
these
coast
these
of
are
Mexico
precious
to
things.
be
They can
some
go
of
into
the
Mexico
first
and do
people
this.
in mainland North America to see all this. Just want to bring you over to some of those Americans who came down here.
Look
Hey
at
guys, can we
everybody.
talk to you real quick? Amy,
I bet you the
tell me.
majority actually live there.
Right.
Amazingly beautiful, once
That's
in a
that looks
lifetime.
like a
Beautiful.
looks like Raza.
You sound emotional.
Tears in my eyes. Yeah.
And you're here with your family.
My loves of my life.
That's amazing. Well, I'm so glad that we could share this moment with you. What's your take on this? I mean, it's just incredible, no?
I will go see every single one I can.
They're nice.
Well, enjoy. Don't interrupt the moment. Have an amazing time.
She done acted like she done seen Jesus in the sky or something, man. You know.
Lindsay, I mean, the joy on people's faces in this kind of an event, something that it's just a welcome sight in this day and age, isn't it? Tanya, tell me what you're thinking. This is Tanya from Minnesota. Tanya.
Hi, it's incredible. It's the sun, the sky. It's the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And this white light, it's like
You've never seen something like this before.
It's like heaven is coming down. It's amazing.
This is your mom here next to you.
This is my mom.
Yeah, tell me what you're thinking.
It's another Mazatlan sunset. We get two in one day. It's just.
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
see, that's a gentrifier. IR. That's a colonizer.
She's pretty
Special
special.
place, special event, special person.
So great. And we'll just go down the line here, David and Lindsay. Last interview here. Tell me what you guys are thinking.
This is the most incredible thing. I don't even know what I was expecting, but I think this was even more remarkable than what I was expecting.
Awesome doesn't even begin to describe.
Have you seen something like this before?
I'm almost 69 years old. This is my first total solar.
Oh, like I got enough is enough, man. Right? These people acting like they done seen something so how do I say, so magical.
Right.
All it is the moon blocking the sun, man. You know. And it's sad that we act like that. We act like them. This is who we copy. We copy the oppressor, man. While they come over here and invade our spaces and take away, you know, our houses and stuff because they gentrify our neighborhood. Right? They illegally immigrating into our land.
Right.
We over here, you know. Oh dang, we lost Jessica. We over here, you know, looking foolish, you know, trying to be like them. I'm gonna go back to that thing I just shared, IR. Right? And this is what the Bible says. It says, "Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven." Right? This is Jeremiah the 10th chapter. "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel." Right? Look, you see Raza right there in that picture, looking and the indigenous people from that scene, right? Apocalypto, being dismayed at the signs of heaven. Why? Because our oppressors dismayed at it. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, right? It says, "Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen," which we just showed in the previous video. That's the way of the heathen. "And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them." Right? We're over
Right.
here crying and acting all emotional over the moon just blocking the sun because our oppressor does that. You see how mesmerized they were, And that was in Mazatlan, Mexico, man. That's sad. These devils didn't they just go over there. They can go wherever they want and do what they want in our land, right? But we can't even migrate over here to get work, right?
Yeah, the gentrification is real in Mexico, everyone. I mean,
Nah.
it's to the point where a lot of Mexican restaurants can't sell salsa anymore
Good night. Why can't they sell salsa, carnal?
because white folks are complaining about the spicy foods.
Are you
You know,
kidding me, man?
I swear to God, like there's a lot of restaurants right now, Adawan, that are not selling salsas anymore. There's even taquerias. They're not selling salsas
Imagine
anymore.
that, carnal.
Right. Because they're
Man, that
just
is wild.
complaining. Yeah.
That's
And
wild,
then
man.
and a lot of the people and a lot of the workers are they have to move out because the rent's going up. So they can't
Good
even live
night.
in no neighborhoods anymore because the gentrification is going on in Mexico, and the majority is ESO. It's
Right,
great.
carnal. But yeah, carnal, that's heavy. So
Right.
that's what we need to just. I cannot believe that. That is wild. So you know what? You know what they should do? Make it more spicy.
Right.
Make it more spicy so that no more oppressors come to your restaurant
Mm-hmm.
or come to your neighborhood. I don't know that that's the right thing to say. You know what I mean? I mean, I know we need the money and business wise, but you devils don't have to buy the salsa. You can, you can order it without the salsa.
But
Go
you know
get
that,
yourself
that that
some.
that comes to show you how much fear we got towards these devils, even in our
Right,
own land. You know what I mean? Like
right,
we're afraid to sell salsa because Esau don't like it. What about
right,
the ones that you know what I mean? What about the rest of their brothers and sisters
right,
that been eating those spicy tacos? You know?
right. So I mean, let's continue, Kanan. So now we'll go to the next. Next thing we want to talk about. Stop sharing this. Trip out on this, IR. Not that we. I don't know if you heard about this, right? All this leads up to this, right? This is how jammed up we are. We kind of touched on it earlier, but this is what our oppressor has done. This is what oppression has done to us, Kanan. You hear about this one?
Can't even see it.
Okay, I'll read it. So the post goes: Mexican Americans are catching fades with illegal immigrants at a Home Depot parking lot. The Mexican Americans are upset that illegal immigrants are offering to work for less pay.
There goes Mexican trying to act like Esau again,
Right,
trying to be a Mexican American
right.
with the big as
I mean,
nopal in the frente.
right. That is
Man,
not. So
that's
let me. I
crazy.
mean, I don't know how true this story is. I came across it a few days ago. I wanted to talk about this on the platform. You know, is there video of this? Let me see if I can find video of this. Come on. That is, like, I cannot believe that.
I mean, I can't.
I mean, you got
It's
Latinos for Trump.
believable.
At a Home Depot, huh?
Gotta look at it closely. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, it really happened. Cause now look, it's right here. This is crazy. This is crazy. Dang, y'all, Shakar. Hey, you can hop back on, Kanal. I need your intake on
Chicago.
this. Your input on this. This happened in
Uh-huh.
Chicago. Okay, called it a turf war.
All thanks to on the ground insights from Nick Shirley. He tweets that there is a battle between Mexican Americans and illegal migrants at this Home Depot in Chicago. They are both on different sides of the parking lot, And many fights have broken out here. Yesterday, cops were called to break up a fist fight and remained at Home Depot for the day. So he's basically our eyes and ears in Chicago, right in the heart of Chicago. And we've got a
Imagine
real
that.
situation unfolding at a local Home Depot. And there's a showdown happening. And it's not about who's got the best deals on power tools. I mean, we're talking about a serious divide between Mexican Americans and recent migrants, both setting up shop on the opposite sides of the parking lot. So let's take a look at what Nick Shirley has found.
This is a Home Depot here in Chicago, and there's literally a turf war going on between the illegal immigrants that came here illegally in the past year or so and the Mexican Americans who are citizens of the United States. There's a huge division inside this parking lot, and here yesterday there was literally, well, right now you can see that there's security monitoring the place because there is obviously battles that break out. The other day we were here and cops were here and they had to come because there was a fight that broke out and punch.
So let me ask this, right, Canal? And this is, I don't know if this devil, you know, of course, the oppressor's being the devil. He's not showing any fights going on. He's just saying it's happening, right?
Right. He's blowing
Saying
it
there were
up.
punches thrown and blood was drawn. So I don't know
Right.
if this is, you know, just the oppressor being the oppressor and trying to, you know, push a narrative. But I
Right.
will say this: if this is true, I mean, you do have Latinos for Trump.
Right.
Here's my question, right, to Raza out there. You think the Chinese are getting in fistfights with the illegal Chinese immigrants? Right?
Good point.
You think, quote unquote, Chinese Americans are fighting with Chinese nationals?
There is
You
more
think,
Chinese at the border that's crossing
right,
than Mexicans.
right? And I purposely said that for that reason because
Right.
I bet they're not doing this, but we do this crap. We'll
Right.
fight our own, you know?
That's if he's what he's saying is true.
Right. Let me go to Deuteronomy 28 and is it 54? I believe it's Deuteronomy 28 and 54. Yep. Right. If that's true, then this only proves this curse true. Right. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave, right? You don't even know that you fighting your own people because you mad because they're working for less. Why ain't you fighting the oppressor that's paying them less? Why ain't you siding with your people? You're going to side
Right.
against them because they're working for less.
Yeah, they're ripping him off. Why don't you defend your brother instead of trying to fight your brother?
Exactly, carnal. You know what I mean? Let's see. Let's keep playing this.
Were thrown and blood was drawn, and they had to come over here and resolve the conflict because the Mexican Americans are saying this is our land, this is our property here on Home Depot. Thing is, these Mexican Americans are trained technicians, trained electricians, trained plumbers, while these guys, they have no credibility, they have no licensing here in the United States. However, they're able to charge way less for their time and for their labor versus the Mexican Americans who want at least $20 an hour. And Mayor Johnson has said they're going to be able to welcome in 700,000 more illegal immigrants here in the city of Chicago. And I don't.
You know that's how you know that that's talking about us, carnal. What it say? For the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother.
Right.
You a trained electrician, right? I'm sure a lot of y'all have your own businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you hire them carnales to help you? Why don't you hire them and employ them to come work with you
Mm-hmm.
and help them
Like,
build up your business, right?
right. I mean, why is a brother that just crossed the border such a threat when you got the license, you got the
Right,
experience, you got the resume, you know what I mean? You
right.
got the clientele, you know what I mean? So why is these brothers that just crossed the border looking for work such a threat?
I'm gonna tell you why in a minute, carnal. But that that's the problem with us. You think when you look at other nations, they don't they take those people and employ them and
Mm-hmm.
pay them fairly, right?
Right.
Hire that brother that you see. You see them brother. If it's such an issue, right? Why don't you hire them? and y'all go together and make sure that they get paid $20 an hour, right? So that everybody eats, right? Everyone of your nation, of your people, gets to eat, man. Y'all fighting your own brother because this oppressor is cruel, because he'll hire them for less. You don't charge the oppressor though. You don't charge the people that are looking, that hire him. That's why you are the devil that the Bible speaks of, because y'all do that on purpose.
Right. If I could, I'd want.
Go ahead,
I think we could jump on the Iran story, the
Khan.
war story.
Yeah, we're gonna hop on that next.
My phone is about to die, and I still have to get ready for this Passover.
Okay, Khan. No, so let me just finish this video, Khan. Do we have time for that?
I don't know how he's going to do that because people are out here stranded looking for work, and it doesn't look like anyone's getting any work today.
So there you have it. I mean, Nick Shirley, he's basically saying Chicago turf war at the home.
Call it a turf war. So he's trying to say like they're like gang members, you know?
It escalated to actual fights breaking out with the cops stepping in. Like he said, the cops are stepping in to cool things down. Now security is tight now, and they're keeping the eye out because the tensions are high. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, we have one side of the Home Depot. You got Mexican.
See, like they got to show that, right? Because that's what they want to. They want to push that narrative that we're a bunch of criminals, carnal.
Right.
And then it creates this IR. This is something that I shared on the page. This devil right here.
We don't really know what a second Biden term would look like. We hardly hear from the president. And then when we do, he's just trying to convince us our problems aren't real. Trump, on the other hand, he's an open book.
Job number one is going to be, and as soon as we take office, we will seal the border. Is that okay?
That's the whole point, man. That's the whole point that they're trying to
Stop
do.
the invasion and send Joe Biden's illegal aliens back home.
In Texas, a smuggler was trying to outrun authorities, veering his truck off the road, then taking off on foot. When the troopers searched the truck, they found 23 illegals under the flatbed. The smuggler's still on the loose. There was also a shootout in a bar in San Juan, Texas.
This is the whole narrative, IR, that they want to push
detained
about
by
us,
ICE,
right?
probably illegals. In New Mexico, Fox's drones caught coyote scouts on the top of a mountain spying on law enforcement down by the border. And then they started pelting rocks at our drones. Look at this guy. Woo! Nice try. We told you how in New York, police were called when a migrant was getting violent at a hotel.
Right. He was getting
shelter.
like
Cops
now
tried to
the migrants
detain
getting
the
violent
illegal,
because
but were
they're taking them out
swarmed by
force.
migrants trying to protect the perp, blocking the doors so police couldn't haul the alien out.
Call them an alien, man. When there's something about when this devil calls us aliens, carnal, that
Right.
angers me, you know?
Right. Just the way he says it too.
Right. The way he says it. I'm gonna just, we're gonna get this and we'll get moved to the Iran thing. I just want to, Dr. Bounty Hunter came out here and gave his commentary. Carnal.
Ven, a mí no me van a llevar, yo no estoy haciendo nada. Yo no estoy haciendo nada. Pero no me va tu fe. No me va tu fe.
The chaos continued outside, where a female migrant launched her body onto the cop's car to stop police from opening the door. She tried assaulting the officers before she was restrained and then arrested.
Move out the way. Yo no estoy haciendo nada.
This is trying to protect the brother, man. And look at how,
Now, if Trump's elected, you're going to see a lot of deportation videos that may look a little like that. And the media is going to...
Yeah, you heard what he said, right? He said that when Trump is elected president, you're going to see a lot of deportations that look like that. He criminalized us, but who's attacking who? The police are attacking this brother, man. Now look at what happens when he brings on Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Going to melt down. Dog the Bounty Hunter is the author of 9 Lives and Counting, a bounty hunter's journey to faith, hope, and redemption. Dog, before we get to the book, which is fantastic, we got it right here.
Thank you.
Pre-order on Amazon. And while you're at it, you can go get it together, you know. Yeah. When you approach these people, whether they're migrants or outlaws,
yes, sir,
this is what we're going to be looking at. Do you have any advice for Donald Trump if he assumes office again? Is he going to make you deportation czar?
I would like a job like that.
Imagine
and it doesn't
that
matter
this
who
devil
you
becomes
are,
a,
what
you know what he's saying,
nationality,
a
what tribe you
deportation
belong
czar.
to. If you're a lawbreaker and you're in this country illegal and you were booted from another country.
Let me say some points on Malcolm. I can't stand this cat. You see him wearing all the Native American apparel?
Right.
This devil going to talk about, you know, removing people who are here illegally, man. Those are indigenous people that you're talking about, first of all, and then you talk about removing them illegally. And catch to what he says, carnal.
Because you were a felon and told to go to America, that's where we're going to start, is the high priority, the top of the echelon. And they are going back and or they're going to jail. When I first started bounty hunting 45 years ago, there were 2 bounty hunters. Today, there's 6,500. There's new laws. You can't be convicted of a felony in the last 10 years. We use non-lethal weapons that'll drop a mule. So get ready.
What kind of non-lethal
weapons
would you
right?
use?
He's talking about using
the newest
non-lethal
one
weapons. But trip out on what he's saying, and I know people caught on.
Got is the new pepper ball gun, and it's designed to spin the body, and it does not enter I had to take a 40-hour course. You cannot shoot above the neck or it would kill them. So pop, and they're down. That's it. And what you want to do is put the person down to cuff them and then go from there.
Right. This is obviously the last tactical resort. We're not advocating just hitting people.
You hear what he's saying, right? What he's talking about, and you see the image they show IR?
Mm-hmm.
He's talking about putting those people down. That's why.
Yeah.
He's talking about using those using those non-lethals on Raza.
You
right?
know what's crazy, other one? If I
Go ahead,
could,
Fernando.
it's like
Dale.
they're so focused on the Mexicans trying to cross the border. When we got Chinese ex-military, military, we got Russians, Ukrainians. We're going to war, literally World War III with them. But their whole attention is on Mexicans that are trying to cross the border just to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, these people know that these Mexicans are coming over here to find work, to feed their families.
That's it. Come on.
Those are the people that you're seeing in those videos.
Right.
These are just workers, slaves of America.
Right.
And they're such a threat. But they're not talking about the Chinese that know how to unalive brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? They're not talking about, you know, the Russians and Ukrainians that's crossing over the border by the thousands.
Right.
I think it was like 30,000 in Chicago already. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, yeah, it's crazy. I don't want.
Right, Canal. Let's continue.
But Dog knows how to get things done, and he's known how to do it in the past. The book is out. It's going to be out tomorrow. 9 Lives and Counting. Tell us why this book is so important for people to buy.
Well, it talks about my life and my walk with Jesus Christ. And I'm going to cry. I'm sorry.
He talking about his walk with Jesus Christ. You know which Jesus he's talking about, right? He's talking about Cesar Borgia, the same Jesus that was used to burn those carnales at the stake.
Right. That same religion.
It was a lot of people helped me write it. And I was thinking, you know what? I've put over 10,000 felons in jail. And now Francie and I start speaking to people in the churches. And you know the story about the 2 felons that were crucified with Jesus. One of them said, if you're God, you get off the cross. And the other one said the 2 words, remember me. And Jesus said, today you're going to eat dinner with me.
And you know what's funny? He's talking about, you know, he didn't even understand what Christ was saying right there with that. You know?
Right.
Christ was talking about giving them brothers a second chance. Right? And how they're going to be in the kingdom. This devil right here is talking about, you know, not giving Raza a second chance. He's talking about, I'm going to get you and I'm going to, you know, kick you out of here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put you in jail, and then I'm gonna deport you, and I'm gonna use non-lethals on you, and I quote unquote know how to use it in the non-lethal way, but I know how to, because he gave away how you can unalive somebody with that, how you can kill him. All he has to say is he accidentally did it. Get what
That's
he
it.
says right here, carnal. Listen to this.
Out on bail.
Right, out on bail. Listen to this, IR. I wanted to play this video because I wanted brothers to hear this and hear what he says.
Daddy. And so I'm supposed to follow the steps of Jesus as I be Christ-like. So I'm going to take as many felons to heaven that I can. And this book's going to help me. It's like a...
You heard that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm going to take as many felons to heaven as I can. People don't that I wonder if this went over many people's heads.
And he said, this book is going to help me.
And this book is going to help me. What do you think he's talking about? For anyone in the audience and anyone that listens later, put it in the comments. What do you think Dog the Bounty Hunter is talking about when he talks about sending as many felons to heaven as he can? First of all, when he's saying felons, he's talking about Raza. He's talking about documented people.
And he's going to use that book to make money so he can have more reinforcements and power.
Right.
To send
not just that. Right.
To heaven.
Right. Yeah, he's going to send them to heaven, all right? He's talking about unaliving them. He's talking about
that money
them
to buy that book.
Right. That's what he's talking about. Right? Because he has a bloodlust. Because that's Esau. That's the so-called white man.
Right.
El hombre blanco, el gringo.
Right.
He's a killer.
Right.
He has a killer instinct. It's in his blood to wanna unalive people, man.
Right. That's crazy how he's asking like kind of like donations. Buy this book and allow me to do God's work.
Right. And he says it's God's word. His God, not the God of the Bible, not the God of the Israelites.
Right.
His God, which is himself.
He wants to be Christ-like.
Right. Cesar Borgia, like is what he wants to be, man.
That religion, the unalive millions of brothers and sisters.
Right.
Calling card here, felon, read that. And I don't mean just necessarily a felon, a felonious person, but a lot of people committed felonies and haven't got caught. So my job now.
He said not just a felonious person, so he's letting you know he's talking about Raza. He's going to be targeting Raza.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what he's saying.
No, for sure.
And he's going to send as many of them as he can to heaven. The devil's got what is it? Pale face, forked tongue, man. That's evident right there, man.
To get him to heaven.
Get him to heaven.
I love you, brother.
I love this book right here. 9 Lives and Counting. Get it on Amazon right now. And it's a good thing you're wearing sunglasses.
I don't cry all the time. So do you. You know
it. He's crying, trying to make it seem like he has a heart and a soul. He's an animal. That's why he calls himself Dog the Bounty Hunter. He's the what is it? The most subtle beast of the field, man.
Right.
And now we'll touch to the last part of the show, right? For time's sake. But it's crazy that's happening, carnal. This is the war we suffer, carnal. This is the war we at,
Mm-hmm.
And of course, the world is at war right now. It's World War III happening.
I'm at 50% on my phone.
Carnal. Anything you want to say about? We're gonna get right into it, carnal.
No, let's get right into it. I don't want.
Go ahead, carnal.
No. I mean, let's go into the next one.
Yeah. Just that. I'm gonna post something up real quick and see. Since, they were talking about dangerous illegal immigrants and criminals, right?
Mm.
Look at this, carnal. This is from 5 months ago, IR. So they were saying all that to demonize us, right? World War III is going on with Iran.
Right.
Dog the Bounty Hunter was talking about targeting Raza, right? We're the criminals. We're the dangerous ones.
Right.
Look at this story that popped up a few months ago.
Back with a Fox News alert. FBI Director Christopher Wray is now warning Americans to stay vigilant for possible terror threats here at home.
So
Right.
he fears that Hamas copycat attacks could happen on U.S. soil. Meanwhile, national security concerns rise at our southern border.
That's because our Border Patrol agents have announced that 4 Iranian.
Look at, they captured 4 Iranians at the southern border. Iran right now is launching what drones and missiles and bombs at Israel. The United States got involved. But you got Dog the Bounty Hunter targeting Raza. Talk about he's gonna send them to heaven. Meanwhile, this happened at the border a few months ago.
Here illegally have been apprehended in Texas just in the last month.
Alexandria Hoff is live at the White House with more. Alex.
Hey guys, I'm here in the Washington Bureau right now. I want to comment because you guys were talking to Trey about the idea of Hamas being an ideology, and you don't have to train with Hamas terrorists to think like them. That's the message coming out from the FBI, is that we should not discount the possibility that Hamas or other terrorist organizations will take advantage of the current conflict by calling on supporters to carry out an attack here in the United States. The Bureau's biggest concern is a solo assailant.
We've got to be on the lookout, especially for lone actors who may take inspiration from recent events to commit violence of their own.
And this, of course, has sparked increased concern over the flow of migrants at our southern border. According to U.S. Customs and Border Protection, 4 Iranians have been apprehended since the beginning of this month. That is 4
right?
are all considered to be special interest aliens. That's a term used to describe individuals coming from countries identified by the U.S. government as having conditions that promote or protect terrorism. Individuals may also have some suspicious travel patterns. And look at this.
Look at this, carnal. Look at the number of these people at the border. 30 Iranians, 60 Syrians, 35 Pakistanis, 100 plus Russians, 285 Afghans, 2,000 Chinese. But you're gonna talk about the people fighting at the Home Depot. You're gonna talk about some Raza throwing some rocks at a drone. You're gonna talk about the carnal that doesn't want to go with the police.
Right.
Saying he didn't do anything.
Yeah.
That's the invasion, right? That's the threat to America.
Right, exactly. And the bounty hunter was just specifically targeting Latinos.
Right. He was specifically targeting Latinos, carnal. He's gonna send the Latinos to heaven. What about the Iranians? Why don't you talk about the Iranians, dog?
Right.
Why don't you talk about, how they're waging war on America right now?
Right.
How about Russia? You're an animal. You're a beast, man. Right? You are the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
2,000 Chinese, IR. He didn't say one word about the Chinese. He didn't say he was going to send any Chinese to heaven.
Right. And the Chinese got a big, they'll have a lot of gangsters on the street. A lot of mobs,
Right.
little Chinese mobs that heavily active. And you got the Russian mob too. You know what I mean?
Right.
These are dangerous people right here. Iranians. You heard the Iranian street gangs too. The
Imagine
Iranian
that.
mobs too.
Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Right,
The
Ukrainians también.
Afghan, same thing. The Syrian, Pakistan. These are all dangerous people.
Right.
With gangs and mafia organizations. They're
Right.
heavily active in the streets of America.
That is wild, carnal. And
Right.
that just comes to show. Right. Kwadashi Allah said, man, look at him, looks bloodthirsty. He was talking about Dog the Bounty Hunter, I'm assuming, man.
Right.
That's crazy, carnal. Let's keep playing.
In the first 14 days of this fiscal year, over 30 Iranians were apprehended at the southern border, nearly 60 Syrians, 35 Pakistanis, more than 100 Russians, 285 Afghans, and nearly 2,000 Chinese migrants. Over the past 2 years, U.S. Border Patrol has encountered almost 73,000 special interest aliens, many of them from
Special
Middle Eastern
interest
countries. And just
alien.
last week, CBP agents apprehended 2 Lebanese nationals in Eagle Pass, Texas. They were also considered to be special interest aliens. Lebanon, of course, home to Hezbollah.
Special interest aliens.
That's so scary.
Yeah, and there are these 2 lawmakers, 2 congressmen in Washington. They're trying to pass that legislation so that we don't allow anyone from Gaza, any of the Palestinian authorities.
These heathens do that, IR, and we pay. We get the blame. You know what I mean, Carnal?
Right.
To enter into our country. Where does that stand? Do you know?
The Gaza Act.
Yeah, you know, that's interesting. We were reading about that a little bit when I was at the White House yesterday. It's certainly getting some pushback from people because the idea is you have these special interest aliens, as we were just talking about. Not all of them are people who adhere to the same beliefs as their government. Many are seeking refuge in the United States, wanting to distance themselves. So it's going to get a lot of pushback, but it's making waves because people in the United States are scared.
Yeah, Alex, thanks so much. Appreciate it. And Ron DeSantis is leading the charge on that among the candidates. And one of his points is, look,
And this is all
they
right.
not only Hamas, but
The general's broken this down, Carnal. Like, this is all for votes, you know?
Right.
They demonize us, you know. What we got? Oh shit. How much more life you got, IR?
I got like 7%.
All right, Carnal. Well, you know what, Carnal? If you gotta drop out, go ahead, Carnal. Just want to share this with you real quick.
Yeah.
Play some footage of the bombings, and I'm gonna just
No,
close out.
No, Salaki. Just like it's also like 2 a.m. I don't want, and I haven't got ready for the Passover yet.
Nah, no sweat, Carnal. You gotta do
You know
what you gotta
I'm
do,
saying?
you know.
So,
Yeah.
what time you heading to the Passover? I don't want.
Shit, I land. I'll be there on Thursday. Around like 5 in the evening, 5 in the afternoon. So I'll be there around that time, Carnal.
On Thursday.
What time you getting there, Carnal?
I'm leaving tomorrow.
Órale. Oh yeah, y'all driving, huh?
Yeah, we're driving.
Órale. But you know that's hey, Carnal. All this is going on, and we having our Passover. So while everyone is astonished by everything going on, and y'all scared of Iranians coming in, and you know you want to hide the fear and blame the Raza gonna be getting together at the Passover, man.
Right,
And we're gonna serve the Lord. This is nothing to us. You know what I mean?
Right.
We know this. What all this means is our freedom is getting closer. You know.
Come.
Christ's gonna return and you know make you devils pay for the way you treat us.
So what day does the Passover like start?
April 20th, Saturday at sundown.
April 20th. Damn.
I'm gonna play some promos when we close out the show. So yeah, if you gotta go, Carnal, don't even sweat it. I understand. You know, I appreciate you hopping on the show with me, man. You know. Let me just, you know, I want to play some of the missile strikes.
All right, the other one. My phone is about to die. Other one.
Nah, no sweat. Hey, the water for up now with me, IR.
All right. Hey, Shalom.
Hey, so of course, you know, like as I was touching, you know, I'm about to close out myself. That's happening. You know, you got to worry about Iranians coming in here, but instead you target my people. You target the Raza, man. That's why you're the devil the Bible speaks of, man, as I said, man. So, you know, like y'all go ahead and you know, keep being bullies towards my people. Keep being, you know, mistreating them. God, you gotta take that up with God. You know what I mean? I don't have to do nothing to your oppressors. I don't have to harm any of y'all. All I gotta do is gather my people up. You know what I mean? So yeah, the water, carnal. Yeah, 500 missiles for one Iron Dome, and that's another. Let me say this real quick, right? The fact that Israel has an Iron Dome is the proof that they don't fit the Bible, right? Let me go to Jeremiah 14:2. people like think that, you know, like that because it says black, that this scripture doesn't apply to us, right? That it's talking about low into the ground. Well, let me ask. I got some questions to ask here, right? First, I'm gonna share the scripture. And I'm the side note. I'm glad these brothers hopped on with me, man. I thought I was gonna do a whole solo show the entire night, but shit, I ate the water canals for hopping on, you know. We about to close it out, y'all. So don't even sweat it. I just wanted to, you know, share this real quick. This is Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2, right? Y'all so quick out there. You Christians out there, you Catholics, you people, you know, that hate, you know, on the Israelites. You come at us, right, for this scripture. Why don't you use this on the Jewish man? Why don't you ask the Israelis how this scripture applies to them, man? How does the state of Israel, how does this apply to the state of Israel? Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 2. Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem has gone up. You know, at one point, indigenous people were called black. Mexicans were called black. Here's what y'all seem to miss, man. We know black isn't necessarily a race or a skin color. Nobody is black. You put this, I got my phone right here. This is a black phone. I put this up to one of my Judite brothers. He's not going to be the same color as this phone. Black is a social status and a condition, right? Black into the ground, meaning you're in a low state. We are in a low state in America right now. Where's the proof? The proof is that we just saw on a news article that Latinos, Mexicans, Venezuelans, El Salvadoreños, all the Raza are getting demonized, man, for illegal immigration. Meanwhile, Iran is attacking the U.S., right? What they doing out there in the Strait of Hormuz? They attacking their ships. They launching drones. They attacking the state of Israel. And nobody says anything about the Iranians. You didn't hear Dr. Bounty Hunter not say one thing about the Iranians or the Chinese or any other nation. But he did say that he was going to target the felons, right? Talk about Latinos, as the news reporter on Fox News was showing pictures of Latinos, pictures of Raza. And Dr. Bounty Hunter was talking about sending them to heaven. What's he telling you, right? We're getting blamed. We're getting villainized and demonized because we're seen as black in this country. We're black into the ground. And our gates are languished. We have no protection. You want to know the proof that Israel's gates are not languished? Let me show you. Let me show you the proof of gates that are not, an example of unlanguished gates. Let me see. Let me find a good image to show y'all. Here's proof that the so-called Jewish man, his gates are not languished. And then I'm going to close the show out.
With the Middle East, where, as we've told you, Iran yesterday launched an air attack on Israel. We get the latest from Imtiaz Tayeb in Tel Aviv.
Now look at this.
The sound of sirens pierced the night sky as a wave of Iranian weapons were intercepted over Israel.
Look at this.
The Israeli military
And that sound like
says it
somebody
was
that's low to
targeted
the
by more
ground
than
and that their gates
200
are languished?
drones, cruise, and ballistic missiles.
So far, we have intercepted and are continuing to intercept dozens of attack drones, as well
Right,
as
he was
cruise
able to
missiles
intercept
and
dozens
ballistic
of attack
missiles
drones.
outside of Israel's border.
On the streets of Tehran, pockets of celebration for the unprecedented attack. It's the first time in history Iran has directly targeted Israeli territory. The assault was in retaliation
white
for an
man's such a
airstrike
devil.
by Israel on
They're
Iran's
only
consulate
responding
in the
because
Syrian
Israel
capital
bombed their
Damascus
embassy
early
and
this
killed
month,
I don't
killing
know if it was one of their
Revolutionary
generals
Guard
or one of their
officers,
leaders,
including
one of their
senior
high-ranking
commanders.
officials.
While the attacks were being carried out, the gravity of the coordinated strikes
Don't get
was
me wrong.
clear
I'm not
as
siding with the
President
Iranians.
Biden
I'm
and
just
his
saying,
national
white man
security
is the
team
devil.
monitored events from the White House Situation Room.
And this move by Iran marks the most serious escalation in an already unstable Middle East following Hamas's deadly October 7th attacks, which triggered Israel's massive assault on Gaza, which has laid waste to the besieged Palestinian territory and already killed tens of thousands.
In a statement, Iran's mission to the UN said, the matter can be deemed concluded. However, should the Israeli regime make another mistake, Iran's response will be considerably more severe.
So that was
Despite
a warning
initial
shot from
reports of
Iran.
only limited damage,
Israel was able to
the
stop
country
it.
says it will
Right?
respond.
The Iron Dome is
It's
proof
only
that
a
their
question
gates are
of
not
how
languished.
and when.
It's proof that they don't fit
President
Jeremiah
Biden has
14 and
vowed
2.
ironclad
You know
support
who has
for
no
Israel,
protection?
but has
Us.
also
In the
put full
videos I showed
restraint.
previous, you see how we're
Appeals, which
treated.
have largely
These
been ignored
oppressors
by
are not
Prime
treated
Minister
horribly in
Benjamin
this country.
Netanyahu
They're not treated like
over
they're
the
black.
past 6 months. The fear now is this could be the beginning of a dangerous escalation that has the potential to spiral out of control.
So Iran's second in command was killed. Right, so they're just retaliating. Right, here's another example.
Iran's first direct attack on Israel was full of sound and fury.
This is all I'm gonna say to my Raza
By
out there,
Israel's
man.
count, 150 ballistic and cruise missiles, bringing the Middle East to the moment of maximum danger many predicted. Though Iran insists this was not intended to start a war.
I get why they're saying that, because they didn't start it. Israel started the war. The state of Israel started the war. They're just responding.
Most hotly disputed territory on earth. And last night, the sky above it was too.
And it's only about to get
This
worse.
was the moment Operation True Promise was launched by Iran's Revolutionary Guard. These generals settling a very personal vendetta after 7 of their colleagues were killed in an Israeli airstrike. In the first wave were some 140 kamikaze drones. They're known as flying lawnmowers because of their noise.
Imagine that. That's what they struck back with.
But by daylight, it was clear the damage was minimal. Its air defenses intercepted most of the weapons, though a 7-year-old girl was injured. This missile landed in a northern Iraqi village. British and American warplanes shot many of them down, though from Israel, no talk of victory.
The campaign is not over yet. We need to remain prepared and attentive. At the same time, we blocked the first wave and we did it with great success.
This was a dangerous and unnecessary escalation, which I've condemned in the strongest terms. I can confirm that our planes did shoot down a number of Iranian attack drones. I don't want to pay tribute to the bravery and
That is
professionalism
wild,
of
man.
our pilots flying into the face of danger to protect civilians.
I mean, it's 22 minutes. I can't show this whole thing. But that shows you the reality of what's going on, man. So, Raza, you looking at this, man. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Not just with World War III and Iran, but pay attention to what America's doing, man. Pay attention to how these gringos see you, man. Dr. Bounty Hunter just represents the true spirit of America and how many of these devils feel, man. You think I'm making this up? Let me give you the names of a few locations. El Paso, Gilroy. You know, that's 2 examples of attacks on Raza. So brown man and woman, carnal, mujer, y'all should take heed to what we teach, man. Y'all should take heed to the truth of what the Bible is and take heed and understand, right? Y'all should se deben de poner las pilas, Raza. right? This is what Revelation 13 and 11 says. Now is the high time to awake out of sleep. Because things are only going to get crazier, man. It's only going to get worse. You know, the troop is here in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana. We have the answers, right? We can tell you why this is happening. This is all biblical. Is it 13:11 or 11:13? Salakia. For now, it is high time to awake out of sleep. Damn right, carnal. Since 1969, we've been pushing this truth, man. Oh, it's Romans 13. I went to Revelation, so like it's Romans 13 and 11. Right. Let me share this real quick because this is what y'all need to do right now and understand. Right. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13, verse 11. And that, knowing the time, it is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than when we believed, right? That day's coming, man, when Christ is going to return. So when all y'all out there getting frightened at these things that are going on, we're not, in the ISUPK, we're not dismayed by the signs of heaven. We're not dismayed by the times, man, because we know what it means. This is going to be our liberation, Raza, when Christ returns. This is going to be the end of the situations, like as you saw earlier with the Raza fighting each other, man. Of this oppressor's foot being on our neck. The salvation is our freedom, man. But if y'all want a better understanding, y'all should tune in to the ISUPK. Come to class in whatever zone you are, and y'all should absolutely come to North Carolina this Saturday, April 20th at sundown, which is the Lord's 55th annual Passover. While all these other nations suffer, just remember, this is the Lord enacting judgment on the other nations for the way they treat us. We are the people in mourning. We're the ones that are blackened to the ground, man. You Christians that try to say, oh, it doesn't fit y'all. Y'all not black into the ground. That's talking about being burnt and this and that. Nah, man. Y'all got an unseasoned flavored, what is it? An unseasoned chicken flavored point of view, man. Y'all got a bland and flavorless point of view on the Bible. You got your oppressors' views on the Bible when you never read the Bible from the point of view of someone with soul, of a so-called black, Hispanic, or Native American, someone who's actually spiritual and can break down the scripture and see the true message in it, man. Y'all gonna listen to these pastors who abuse children and women and steal from their congregation. Y'all gonna listen to the so-called white man whose idea of saving you is hurting you and abusing you. That's what y'all do out there, man. That's who y'all listen to instead of listening to us. No sweat, man. We're the sign, and y'all look to y'all keep looking to the sky for a sign, man, and ignoring the Lord's priests on the street corners yelling. Christ said that was the sign, right? As in the times of Jonah. Jonah went to prophesying to the streets. Well, today the Lord sent the ISUPK and their commanding Junior Hana to prophesying to these streets, man. So with that, man, I was gonna touch into a couple other things, but I think I'm gonna leave it for another day, and see how the week turns out, man. Lord allow, man, all you Raza out there listening, anybody listening, man, I'll prophesy to the wind if I have to, man. Come to that Passover, man. This Saturday, April 20th at sundown in North Carolina, man. I'm gonna show the address where it's gonna be. We had to change our venue because of the haters out there, man. No sweat, man. You're not gonna stop us from serving the Lord, man. You're not gonna stop us from having the Lord's Passover. With that, ya sabes, Raza. Yahabashim Yahushai Barakatah to the canales. Yahabushma Ulata Bashim Yahushai to the mujeres, man. Órale, raza.
What's up, Cap? What you up to? Man, we gotta get to the Passover, April 20th. The Passover? Hell yeah. April 20th? Yeah. Shit, I'm going too. Let's go. Everything good? Everything's wild, man. We just headed to the Passover, man. Okay, kind. Shoot, I mean, if we leave now, we can make it in time for the lamb slaughter. Shit, hell yeah. Let's go. All right. Hey, what's going on? What's good?
Man, we're going to Passover, April 20th.
Oh, man, they having an all-black party?
Hell yeah.
Oh, damn, I got my wares of tears, man. I'll be straight.
Man, let's go then.
All right, let's get out of here.
Oh, Salaki, I don't want. What's going on? Everything good, man. Listen, you ready to get to Passover? We got to roll. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, Passover. Shoot, I had some questions I needed to ask General Hyman in the scripture breakdown, too.
Damn, Cap, what's going on? The Lord's 55th annual Passover is going down, man. You ready to rock?
Hell yeah. And we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread, too.
All right, Akim, for sure. We about to roll. Hey, look, before we go, everybody pay that 200, right?
All right.
Let's get ready to roll, all right?
Wait, sir. They saying that all flights are down.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, still on the news.
Damn, Salaki, ain't no more gas neither. We can't even get in no car.
Okay, hold on. Let me think, Akim. Let me think. Damn, okay. Planes down, gas gone. Man, anybody got any ideas? What y'all think?
I got it. Snowboarding.
No. And stop playing. Hey, listen, Akim. The only logical thing we can do is we gotta start walking now. You hear me? Now, one, how long would it take us to get there?
37 days and 23 hours.
All right, for sure. Lots is out. How much time we got left till Passover?
42 days, 14 hours.
All right, man. We gotta move out now. Let's roll.
Okay. But wait, they said it's gonna rain for 40 days and 40 nights, sir.
Well, I guess we're gonna walk in the rain then.
If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause sisters and brothers, because I love them, I see them, dap them and hug them. It's amazing to see how well.
Passover collections. Everybody back, man. I got it. Hello?
Hello?
Hey, this is motherfucking Passover collections. We want some motherfucking money.
How much we talking about? You read the Passover flyer?
Quit all that chit chat. Tell them how much we want.
Hold on. Hey, how much we want?
We have 2 bills.
We want $2. Wait, hold on.
Hey, we doing all this over 8 40 quarters?
Man, $200. Come on, use your head.
Oh, we want $200. All crispy tens.
This nigga.
You want the $200?
Yeah, man, I want $200. Why am I repeating myself? Man, take me off the speakerphone, man. You making me nervous.
All right.
Wait, hey, hold on.
You got a block on that phone?
Nah, I want to be blocked from phone for.
Hang on.
Hey, we gonna call you right back.
Man, they hung up. So what we gonna do?
Man, we good, man. The General is covered brothers every year. I ain't tripping on that.
You think they got my number on there?
I don't know. Let's call them back blocked though. That's all right.
Hello? Hello? Yeah, this Passover collections again. We gonna me and Captain Ghidorah are gonna need that money by the night.
You say my name.
Wait, hold on. Shalakia. I ain't say your name. I ain't Destiny's Child. Hey man. Sorry about that. Anyways, me and Captain get that money by the night.
Listen.
And if you ain't got that money by the night, it ain't gonna be no North Carolina, and it ain't gonna be no Passover. Shalom.
Hey, shalom, Israel, man. You know what it is, man. Listen, the Lord's 55th annual Passover. Durham, North Carolina, man. $200 per person, man. You understand? Get your bread in right now. Not now, not yesterday, but right now. You hear me? Shalom.
I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like a Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the mud, straight to God. They don't know how I did it.
Shalom famille, ici officier de 500 Barakiala avec l'ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, ou l'école israélite de la connaissance universelle et pratique. Et comme chaque année, nous avons le Passover. Et le 55e Passover va se dérouler le 20 avril 2024 à Durham, en Caroline du Nord. Et ça c'est pour toute bougla, tout timal, qu'à descendre de négros, latinos ou des amérindiens. Venez célébrer le 55e Passover avec l'ISUPK. Assurez-vous de payer votre frais de Passover de $200 américains pour avoir accès à tous les services, que ce soit transport, nourriture, boissons, comprenez. Et la seule chose qui n'a pas de prix, notre fraternité et l'amour qu'on a l'un pour l'autre. Avec ça, je vous dis, on se voit en Caroline du Nord. Shalom, famille.
If you're ready to be trained to be a better warrior, a better soldier, a better brother in this truth, if you're ready to be taken to the next level, if you're ready to be put through that fire, make sure you stand for that Hebrew Academy when the time comes. You want this cover right here? You want this Hebrew Academy cover? You're going to have to go through some blood, through some sweat, and some tears for you to get it. Remember, no cowards, no excuses. That being said, shalom.
This my last thing, but I am not an ordinary man. I'm a motherfucking soldier.
And shalom.
Algo especial más, algo que ya estamos destinados a hacer, algo para lo que ya nacimos.
Like Yashkar, gotta close it out with this right here. Passover, y'all, this Saturday, April 20th. Ya saben. Shalom, Raza.
Para que no olvides nunca de dónde vienes.
Padre nuestro, que estás en los cielos, ten piedad de mí entre todos los gueros. Aquí ando, conectando con mi cuerno de chivo, siempre ando controlando y buscando otra manera. Pero esta vida es bien culera y guerra siempre nos espera con estos caballos, hijos de perra, y espera. Robaron esta tierra y muerte nos dieron de mil maneras. Quisiera que nuestra gente entendiera, el jale anda recio por toda la frontera y te entierran como un animal, y muerte tenemos en forma brutal, ilegal. Así nos consideran, que todo gabacho se caiga y muera.